anniversary party of
Hi, buddy. I
South
love you.
Pacific.
Talk to you later. Peace.
One especially big thanks all the people who came from far away. I know there's a lot of traffic, so I want to thank you. Well, 25 years.
Wow.
And before I go further, before I forget, this party could not take place without my wife Rodi.
Of course, get in trouble
And
otherwise.
the devoted staff, which is my son Alex, my daughter Natalie, I think she's here, and Morani, which is the daughter of our good friends. She's the computer expert who sent all the emails. Now, my wife had the mission impossible because she had to adhere to Calvin's budget. And guess what? She made it. So, we were able to have a beautiful party. South Pacific was incorporated in 1985, August 1st of 1985. This is what Calvin told me yesterday, looking through the tax returns. However, I started my business venture in 1979, but South Pacific came later in 1985. My very first employee I ever had was Sima Simshauser, and I had the privilege to invite her here. That's him. The first day she came to work with me, she told me that she lives too far. And the gas is too expensive. So I promised her, whenever I make money, I'll build a convalescent in the backyard of her house. Never happened, I like her. Well, I'm very proud to be here tonight. I'm very proud because I'm part of this beautiful group that help us out to go through very hard times. And we had a big nightmare as a company, as a whole. Some people, most of us know about it. It's the nightmare of Pleasant Care. But we were able to pull through, and we emerged stronger than before. We had a very good man who looked at every cent, came in and went out of the company. And believe me, this guy would have worked for AIG. AIG would have been here today. So together we pulled it through. We pulled it through with all these challenging times, where despite all the medical cuts, Medicare cuts, despite the pressures we had from all the facilities to reduce our rates, we were able to pull it through. And the best thing of all, no checks bounced. That was our feeling. And believe me, we went through a lot. I had questions every morning when I came to work. How do I cope with the situation? Why do I dream at night? So I was telling Calvin, I was going to sleep and watching my shows. So I'm very privileged to be here and to be part of you. Thank you very much for the support you gave us and for making this company work again. We are back on the map. So right now, Mr. Calvin will say some words, and I hope we're going to have a beautiful party. Enjoy.
That's a hard speech to follow, but I'm going to cheat and go with my note cards. First, I want to thank three women that were very important in my life. One, my sister, who's gone, but she introduced me to Rodi. And Rodi then introduced me to Jacob. So I thank her very much, and I thank Rodi for all the effort that she's put into this party. And I also thank my wife for all the support she's given me. I know both Rodi and my wife Mickey and all the wives and husbands that work with all of the South Pacific employees. If it wasn't for all of you, we wouldn't be where we are now. And I want to thank all of them. But it's funny, when Jacob wrote that speech, he and I didn't at all collaborate on it, but I'm pretty much going to say the same thing he did. South Pacific Rehab Services, 25 years. I had to look on the AskJeeves.com for a very good quote that kind of summarized what Jacob said, and I found one. It was written by an American writer named Orison Sweet Martin. The quote went like this, and it kind of, it really puts it into words where we stand today. Success is not measured by what you accomplish, but by the opposition you have encountered and the courage with which you have maintained the struggle against overwhelming odds. South Pacific has had a lot of adversity, whether it been the changes in reimbursement rates from the good old days to the HMO days, from the HMO days to the PBS days, and then from the PBS days to the bankruptcy days. But here we are now, and as Jacob was saying, right now South Pacific, through all of that, this past year was our most successful year. And it's amazing. We lost close to 2/3 of our contracts all in one fell swoop in the year 2007. But with that all having occurred, here we stand now with a much more diversified group of contracts, a stronger base of facilities, and the best thing about it is we have so many employees that have been with us for so many years, 5, 10, 15, and 20 years, and we're hoping that we all could retire together. But I want to finish with one huge thanks. For the past 18 years, I've been almost married to this guy. We call him Mr. C, Jacob. And as Jacob said, you know, every payroll, I don't think people realize it other than people in the office, but every payroll, he and I, first thing when he comes in the door, he's very happy and smiley face, and all of a sudden he sees sour-faced Calvin saying, "Did you call this person? Did you call that person? Did you call this person?" But somehow, at least in the 370 paychecks ago, and all the way through all 370 payrolls, we've never bounced a check. We're never going to bounce a check. We've been through IRS audits. We've been through OIG investigations. We've been through bankruptcies. But all of those, we successfully passed through all of those. So it should tell all of you that we work for a very ethical, cleanly run company. And we hope to continue performing as such. There's a cost to that, and that is we don't make as much money as some of the other companies may, but we want to sleep at night. And I hope all of you all know that I'm confident, and Jacob is confident, that we all could go to bed at night knowing that we work for a great company. And hopefully we'll continue to all work together as one huge family. But my biggest thanks goes out to Jacob, Mr. C as I call him. He's the opposite of me. I'm very pessimistic. He is very optimistic. But what he has shown to me in the past 19 years is that a person that has ethics, a person that has a big heart, a person that has a huge tolerance level for my mood changes, a person very intelligent, but most importantly, he has always been a man that has kept a promise. Whenever he makes a promise, he always keeps it. In these days, that's very far and few between. If it wasn't for him, and I'm sure I speak for many of you, in the 19 years that I've worked with him, I've been able to meet my wife, have 2 wonderful kids, live in a nice community. But most importantly, I've been able to go to my job every day, and I love every day of going to work. In fact, sometimes when I'm on vacation, I can't help but call into work because I miss it so much. And I must say that, you know, I thank a lot of that to Jacob, because not only has he been a good boss, but he's been a very wonderful friend. So, all this I give credit to you, Jacob, this 25 years of South Pacific.
Ladies and gentlemen, dinner is now served.